Captain's Log, Stardate 2025. The mission, celebrating 60 years of Star Trek in style. Can you believe it?
Nice.
Yes, that's our first hot topic, brought to you by Walton Arts Center.
You nailed that monologue.
As the legendary sci-fi series prepares to celebrate its 60th anniversary next year, fans can expect a warp speed lineup of festivities, from brand new shows and out-of-this-world Lego sets to even a Rose Parade float guaranteed to engage the crowd. The franchise is charting a course for a stellar celebration. Star Trek has grown into a multi-billion-dollar cultural phenomenon, still proving the final frontier is alive and well. And with more announcements on the horizon, fans everywhere are ready to set their phasers to fun. Yes, I'm here for it. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
And bean me up coffee.
You know, I did read something that kind of made me sad in all these festivities and talking about this. William Shatner apparently receives no money, no royalties from all of the shows.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, that whole royalties show thing.
Since it's just gone syndicated, you know, in the moment, like when he was doing it for real,
right,
he was obviously paid for that. But
right.
since then, yeah, so
That's
anyway,
so
that blows
crazy.
my mind.
I love me some William Shatner.
And I love me some Star Trek, I gotta say. I love me Strange New Worlds right now. So anyway, great stuff on the horizon for Star Trek
it's
fans.
exciting. Well, for a few weeks, sightings of a rare creature have been keeping a corner of Austria on its toes. So it's not exactly a rare creature, it's just rare to the area.
Okay.
A moose that has come to be known as Emil appeared nearly 3 weeks ago in Lower Austria, a province in the country's northeast that surrounds Vienna. And it doesn't seem to be in a hurry to leave. So sightings of the animal have drawn curious onlookers. The moose showed up late last week in a suburb, and then he found his way onto the tracks at its main railway station, prompting a several-hour closure of the Vienna-Salzburg main line. Now, Emil is believed to have come from Poland via the Czech Republic.
Wow.
Obviously, they're not native to Austria.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of funny to see a moose walking around.
Well, you know, and we're used to a moose, but you got to imagine some animal that's not native to, like if we just saw a giraffe is loose in downtown
Oh
Fayetteville.
my gosh, right?
Yeah, it'd be wild.
And so the authorities are like, don't mess with the moose.
Yeah, no,
leave him alone.
You don't want to anger a moose.
No.
That's for
oh my
sure.
word.
Yeah. Well, check this out. I'm kind of excited about what could be on the horizon here. Drew Barrymore has eyes on remaking a cult classic, and she wants Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston to star. So Barrymore's latest major acting role was in the Netflix series The Santa Clarita Diet, which ended back in 2019 after 3 seasons. But she admitted her frequent co-star, Adam Sandler, could tempt her back to the big screen. In a clip from her talk show, The Drew Barrymore Show, she says, Adam knows that I really want to work with him and Jennifer Aniston together. They both know that. We've batted around some ideas. As a joke, we say, we'll make Three's Company movie. But I'm really bullish on Death Becomes Her, a remake of that, which, man, that became a cult classic. People love that movie.
Yes.
And I can see it with those three. That would be a lot of fun.
I think it would be funny. And I think it's time to do I think it's time to do a remake of Death Becomes Her. I think that'd
let's
be
do
great.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Well, radio legend Howard Stern gave his fans quite a scare and then a laugh, sort of, when he returned to Sirius XM this week after teasing that he might be leaving his long-running show. So we talked about this.
Yes.
There was this kind of drama. So basically, Stern kicked things off with Bravo's Andy Cohen pretending to take over as his successor, which was a little playful stunt after weeks of promos hinting at Stern's possible exit. Now, he did not announce a new contract, Howard Stern, but his current deal runs through 2025. Now, he assured listeners that talks with SiriusXM are ongoing. Stern's been with them since 2006, and he really has been the most influential and highest paid voices in broadcasting. I think at one point, SiriusXM paid him $500 million. You know, so it's interesting. I know that things have been weird for the show since COVID. He doesn't do it as often. I think he does it from his home. So, interesting stunt.
Very interesting if there's no like follow through. If he actually is just going to continue, it seems like it was all to get maybe more listeners or viewers or whatever on the platform.
Which probably did the trick. So
probably
good
did
on him.
Because I know I haven't talked about Howard Stern in years, but as soon as he said I'm not on the air anymore, I was like, oh,
boom, there we
let's
go.
talk about it. Yeah. Well, Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, is speaking out ahead of the upcoming biopic, Michael, set to hit theaters in 2026. The singer and actress took to Instagram to clarify that she is not involved with the project. despite claims that she and her brother supported it. Paris said she only read an early draft of the script and raised concerns that she felt were ignored. She criticized the film for presenting what she called a, quote, watered-down version of her father's life and pointed to broader problems with Hollywood biopics, saying they often contain inaccuracies and distort the truth. So this is interesting, I think, because after months and maybe even years of thinking that the whole Jackson family was behind this one and in support of this movie, it turns out they might be a bit divided on this. So
I can see maybe, you know, if it's your family member, you're always going to feel some type of way, right?
Absolutely.
And so I just kind of feel like, you know, I'm glad that she's able to kind of say, hey, I did not think this was right, but would you, you know what I mean? Like, would you ever feel like it was the right
It's true
thing?
that it's hard to please everybody.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Well, Jack Black brought his trademark energy, we know, to the Minecraft movie, but
Yes.
apparently it was a little too much
Was
in
it?
the editing.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding.
Yes, okay. So he gave
Skilly-bop.
full throttle performances as Steve. He danced, he sang, Move It Down Simple Step with maximum flair, but the director, Jared Hess, encouraged the chaos on set, right? But then when it came down to the editing process, right,
Yeah.
all of that wild energy created a new challenge. Hess revealed that during post-production, he had to dial Black's performance down slightly from an 11 to a 9 just to keep scenes a little more manageable. Now, still, Black's passion, obviously, for the role, including endless hours playing Minecraft in his trailer, shone through. It did not know that part.
Yeah, it had to be. Sometimes you got to dial Jack Black back a little
How
bit.
funny. I need to know what's, look at that.
Now I want to know
Look at
what's on
that
the,
guy.
what is on the cutting room floor. Like, what did we miss?
Yes, I know. I need
And
I
can
need
we
that.
have an
The
extended
raw
scenes,
cut
raw
of-
cut
yes.
version of the movie? I know, because just Jack Black, uncontained, is, I don't even think the world's ready for that, you know?
I might be a little bit.
Yeah, you might.
I'm ready to see
You're
it.
here for it. Well, you know, that kind of had some animated elements to it, that movie.
Sure
So
did.
let's kind of shift gears here and talk about something new coming to Hollywood. OpenAI is coming for the big studios with its first AI-powered animated feature. It's called Critters, with a Z at the end, Critters. The film's set to hit theaters worldwide in 2026 after a Cannes debut. It's being made primarily using OpenAI tools, including GPT-5. What's even more impressive, Critters is being produced on a budget under $30 million and completed in just 9 months, a fraction of the typical cost and time for animated movies. OpenAI hopes the movie proves that generative AI can create big screen magic, even as Hollywood wrestles with questions about creativity, intellectual property, and whether audiences are ready for AI-made content. So this is fascinating. It could be a fun movie, though, nonetheless. So
I think it's time.
They
I
look
think,
cute.
I think they are cute too. Look
yeah,
at that guy.
If we're going to venture into it, let's venture into it in the animated space.
Agreed.
Maybe.
I am absolutely
Yeah,
on
that's
board.
right.
Yeah.
Stay with